that BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
You should know about a letter from Princess Diana that was kept secret for many years. What she wrote to Prince William will change how you think about the royal family. Stay until the end, because the last part will surprise you. Imagine this. In July 2004, a quiet auction house in London. There were no cameras or news stories, just a catalog with something amazing hidden inside. Handwritten letters from Princess Diana. But these letters weren't official palace messages. They contained her honest thoughts, meant for the people she trusted the most. One letter showed something new about Prince William that no one had seen before. Before we discuss what Diana wrote, please like this video if you want to hear more royal stories. And stay with us, because at the 8-minute mark, I will share the exact words William said to his mother that made her cry. Who was Violet Collison? Diana's trusted housekeeper and confidant. Violet Collison ended up keeping those personal letters, not a palace clerk or fancy archivist. She was the Spencer family's housekeeper, but to Diana, she was much more. Someone she trusted. Violet watched Diana grow from a quiet teen into a significant public figure. Diana shared her feelings with her, and those letters revealed everything. They showed the chaos leading up to her wedding with Charles, her challenges with royal rules, her fears about parenting in the spotlight, and her desire to give William and Harry the genuine love that the palace couldn't offer. One letter from weeks before the wedding showed her spirit, written with a lighthearted attitude about staying calm amid the chaos. That vibe captured everyone's attention. The later letters became more emotional and intense. Did you know that Diana wrote thank you notes to the police officers who helped make William's birthday memorable? What she did next truly changed the game. Diana's bold parenting choices, breaking royal tradition. Buckle up. Most people miss this. Diana was only 20 when William was born. She had to hand him off to nannies and follow old rules. But she set boundaries. Not my kid. Her choices changed everything. First, she nursed William herself. This may seem normal now, but back then it caused a royal scandal. Second, she chose his name, not the Queen or Charles. Third, when Charles flew to Australia just weeks after William's birth, Diana took the baby and went along, choosing motherhood over royal duty. She made it clear that being a mother was more important than being a monarch. But it gets even better. Instead of palace tutors, she enrolled William in a regular nursery school. Picture everyday parents seeing a princess drive up like any other mom. If you love these insider stories, subscribe. There's more to come. Diana didn't just know about everyday life. She let William and Harry experience it. They enjoyed trips to McDonald's, not for photos, but for Big Macs like any other kids. They rode the London Underground and visited theme parks on quieter days. She spoke with people who didn't curtsy or call her Your Highness. Her former bodyguards shared how she planned it all, using disguises, traveling at quiet times, and keeping security simple. But the most meaningful part? She took William to Centrepoint, a place for homeless teens. There, he met kids his age who had no homes or schools and were living on the streets. This was not a tour. It was a lesson in empathy. It shaped William's view of the world. What about you? If you were raising a future king, what would you change? The marriage collapse. Diana doubles down on motherhood. By the early 90s, Diana's marriage was falling apart, and the world was watching every detail. It was messy. Instead of getting lost in the drama, Diana focused on being a good mom. She chose schools that cared about kids' feelings rather than their prestige. She attended every play and parent-teacher meeting, and she wrote personal thank you notes to the teachers and staff. That's just who she was, full of heart. When the divorce from Charles became official in '92, she stayed strong for her sons, William and Harry. In '95, Diana's Panorama interview drew 22 million viewers. While everyone was caught up in the Charles drama, Diana's primary concern was her boys. She wanted them to grow up with emotional intelligence, understanding the struggles of everyday life, and to lead with kindness rather than just authority. The royal family pushed Diana to finalize the divorce quickly. In '96, it was done, and Diana lost her HRH title. This was more than just a title. It meant she'd have to curtsy to her own children. It broke her heart. Diana talked to 14-year-old William about how much this hurt her. His response was, "Don't worry, Mummy, I'll give it back when I'm king." This wasn't just a typical kid comment. He showed the empathy that Diana had nurtured in him. He understood that it wasn't just a title she was losing. It felt like losing her place in the family she cared so much about. Diana's former butler, Paul Burrell, said this conversation took place during one of her most challenging moments. She had just learned she would lose over 100 charity roles, things she had built with love. But William's words meant more than fixing a title. They were a promise to carry on her lessons about using power to help others, with heart. For a teenager facing public divorce and trying to fit in at school, it was overwhelming. William was dealing with his own feelings of confusion, yet he set aside his worries to comfort his mother. Diana had taught him to notice pain and respond with kindness during her visits to shelters and hospitals when stigma was strong. Whether true or not, this story highlights their strong bond. It wasn't about being a prince or a subject. It was a son seeing his mom in pain and wanting to help. For Diana, it showed that her most important role wasn't at galas or in charity work, but in raising a son who understood that power must come with compassion. If this touched you, drop a love in the comments. It really resonates. Diana's final years, fears, humanitarian work, and lasting influence. After leaving the royal family, Diana focused on what really mattered, her causes and her children. She traveled to Angola, walking through cleared minefields. Those photos, they show her bravery, but behind the scenes, she was terrified. Letters shared by her butler reveal her feelings. Without royal protection, she felt vulnerable. In a letter from October 95, she hints that something bad might happen, even mentioning a car crash. Was she just being paranoid, or did she have a real fear? Either way, it shows how stressed she was. Diana worked hard to prepare William for being king. She told him, "Your role is to give a voice to those who don't have one." This was her main message to him. Then, on August 31st, 1997, everything changed. Diana missed essential moments in William's life, like his graduation, his wedding, and everyday moments as a father. She never met Kate or her grandchildren, but Diana's influence is evident. William and Harry focus on mental health, parenting, and connecting with everyday people. This reflects her teachings. The letters from 2004 are not just old memories. They show a mother's love that goes beyond rules, status, and even death. She didn't just raise princes, she raised men who understand that true royalty means serving others, feeling deeply, and having strong roots. So think about this. What parenting lesson from Diana would you adopt for your family? If this changed how you view her, like this post and subscribe for more insights into royal history. Next, we'll explore the Queen's perspective on Diana's approach. Thanks for reading. See you next time.